Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Terminal 1, where we are continuing to build our big beautiful airport. In the last episode guys, we did some mass transformations right now, not only to pay off all the loans, which didn't really work out because I've now got even more loans, but I went from losing loads of money to making lots of profit, to now back to slightly losing a little bit of money. But what I'd done last episode is I built a bunch of remote gates, which allows me now to have a bunch more planes land for me to earn extra revenue. Now, in doing so, I made up a few little boo-boos. I've got these all facing the same direction, so sometimes we get a little bit of a backlog. It's annoying. I know how to fix it. I've got to flip them around. I really do appreciate you guys let me know in the comment section of the last video about all the boo-boos I've been making. But we got a game plan. Now, I'm actually going to get, and this is kind of counterproductive right now, the final loan, which puts me at 3,300 in the green. Granted, I now have all the loans again, so now I'm going to be back in some serious debt. But the reason for that is I want to go to the upgrades menu and I want to get the catering standards, which is 2,500. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Nice. Which that, in theory, should then allow me, I'm not sure where the building is, it's here. I need 1,750 right now to get the facility for the catering unit. So it allows me to earn extra revenue with the planes currently coming in, so I can ultimately earn more cash. So we can provide them with food. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Now, in the meantime, right, in the passenger terminal, I was kind of hoping that that adds the restaurant stuff. I don't know where in the world we get the restaurant stuff for the terminal. Apparently it is a thing that we can get. I've never seen it before, but I've now got enough, boys, to buy the catering building. So I'm going to throw this. Where should I put it right now? Should I just throw it here, just slightly out the way? Drop it there. I now have catering. It should now increase the range. Oh, I can go. Oh, okay. Okay, did the whole range there, so it goes to all of the gates, the stands. I can get more trucks, but they're 300 big ones a pop. Now, I'm going to try and buy a second one if possible. It should be able to, unless the refueling comes in a minute and then takes a big chunk out my bank balance. But if I can get a second one, it will kind of speed up with what's going on, but it allows me now to charge a few more pennies to the aircraft and make a little bit of extra money, which is really, really exciting. So the reality is, right, I've put myself in a lot of debt to be able to do this, but I'm hoping in the long run, it works out. So we're just waiting for an aircraft right now before this can do what it needs to do. It's now on the way to doing some catering. I'm assuming it's to that aircraft there, unless it's gone somewhere else. It's gone to catering. It's now parked. I'm not quite sure what's going on. But I don't think we're going to get enough cash in the bank to be able to buy a second vehicle. It's going to the apron right now. I think it's just gone up here, if I'm not mistaken. I think it has. Oh, I could have bought a second vehicle then. I actually could have. That's kind of crazy that I didn't even spot that right now. Right, come on. Make me a few more pennies. Right, I think that was my only chance of me being able to buy a second catering truck. That's fine. So, retail sales, we've got 30. I still don't know how to add additional buildings inside of the terminal. I don't know where we have to kind of do a policy or an upgrade. I don't see anything to do with it, which is kind of low-key annoying. Fuel sales are $3,000. We spent 2,100 on fuel sales, which is great. My biggest issue right now is the loans. So, let's go to the next day. I'm now $2,000 in debt. I've built a catering building, sorry, that's my Steam achievement right there. Now, something else I can do, and I don't know whether I need money for this, but if I was to hire a CFO, they will reduce my loan interest and my taxes, which looks amazing, but this is how much they want. Now, if I reduce my loan interest by 15% and my taxes by 2%, does that cover the 260 that I would have to pay for them? I'm not sure. Let me throw an offer their way. I have one. So would I make the 250 back by having that employee? We're going to see. We're going to see if that changes much. And in terms of my loans, if I come down to my finance menu here, you can see what they're saying right now. I've got 4 grand on one, 3.5 grand on the other, 7 grand on the other. So we could potentially pay them back over the next 3 or 4 days. Not an issue. Not an issue. But now we've got catering services. So I don't know if we know if it even displays. I don't know if the income comes under aircraft passengers for the catering services. I'm not too sure. But as long as we're making more in fuel sales than what we're purchasing in fuel sales, that's great. So we'll see what happens now. We'll see what happens. We might have to officially go into a little bit of debt again before it gets better. But out of that, I've reduced my interest rates, or the money on it. I've reduced my tax, which is great. And I've got a catering building for my catering truck. So that means I can then provide catering services. So do they require catering services? Not by the looks of it. Do you? I think you're cargo. You don't require any catering services, do you? You're cargo as well. So I'm assuming not everybody requires catering services, do they? Are you cargo? Yep. Damn it. Why is it all cargo now? Why is it all cargo, boys? What happened there? What happened? Oh, then again, we've got literally no passenger demand. I do have these 4 set up anyway from having the ability to accept cargo planes, which does work out in our favor. And we'll have to kind of spend that demand. So we're in that awkward moment right now where we've got lots of cargo demand, which means technically our revenue is less. Now, look at the income for passenger aircraft. That's got to definitely include the catering services because I've never seen the number so high. Now, my net profit is 2,400, but it's going to get eaten into pretty quickly right now as we pay all of our loans. But when it comes to our loans right now, boys, we've now got 3,000, 2.5 grand on that one. Wow, we paid off quite a bit. We paid off quite a bit on that one right there, which is pretty good. Right, going to gate 1. Who's coming down to gate 1? Are you gate 1? Yes, this one requires catering. So let me watch this plane now come in, which is just here. Has catering, which I think... I'm not too sure. I don't know whether we just got 95 big ones right there from providing catering. Not a lot, but over time, that will add up. That will add up. So, extra revenue for your boy. Extra. I wish it just displayed like 95 big ones as like the income for catering alone. I wish it did that. Right. Do we think or do we feel that my CFO person is actually helping us? So the biggest one is reducing the loan interest. That plays a huge role for us. But I don't know whether it kind of equates to the 250. I should have worked it out, shouldn't I? I actually should have worked it out. Because you could argue the repayment. Now, does it reduce the repayment or does it only reduce the interest? That's what I want to know. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure on that. Right, so we've got passenger demand now back, but we have no passenger planes because we have a lot of planes trying to take off. Plane coming in, plane taking off, plane taking off. So once that plane's taken off, we should get then a nice little line of passenger planes landing. Can we get a second one? Yes, before that one takes off. Right, we're getting there. We are getting there, boys. We're getting there right now. So, what's income like now? It's actually not the greatest. So, the next day should be a lot better because we're starting the day with quite a lot of passenger demand. Right, my loan interest is actually now pretty low. I actually can see that it is low. But it pretty much all comes down to now. It's the money you don't make when you skip the day. If I could have the airport running 24/7, that would really, really help us out. It really would. So, again, another day we're going to have to sacrifice. Another day we're going to have to sacrifice, boys. They're the aircraft ratings right now. Finance menu. We don't have long on these two now. We don't have long. And if I can repay that one soon, that will make a huge difference. It really, really would. So, unfortunately, we're going to go into about 5 grand in debt now. But the reality of it is, look at what's now remaining to repay these. And I get 2 grand a day back. 3.5 grand. Or actually, 3,700 when you include all the other stuff. A day, once my other loan's been paid back as well. Right, we got a bit of passenger demand right now, so we should see a few more passenger planes landing. So it should technically be a slightly better day. I'm so glad we're able to get the catering in, though, because, you know, it helps to a certain extent. It really does. Right, you don't require catering, so none of them require catering at the moment. We're currently waiting for an aircraft. Oh, we've got catering on the go. It's doing some catering to something. It was doing some catering for one of the planes right there, boys. No catering there. Shuttle bus, no catering. Ah, that plane had a little bit of catering. So in reality, if we can get the bigger planes, the size 2s that we currently have coming in to have catering, you'll make a lot of money there. You would make a lot more money. Right, so fuel purchases 600, fuel sales are double that, which is really good to see. That's really good to see. And what's the loan saying now? And even below 1,000? Not yet. One of them's getting awfully close, though. Now, we haven't had any hiccups at the taxiway yet, which is great. Good news. But we did have it last episode, which is very, very stressful. It was very, very stressful. So I think after today, we're going to be above 6 grand in debt. Which is a shame, but we know why. We have loans. But every time I go into mass debt like this, we come out better because I've done something to the airport to make us generate more revenue. Right. Right. We should have a bunch of cargo planes now coming in. 4 grand in passenger income. Now, let me figure out then, while we're waiting, if I go to the upgrades menu, is there anything here that says it will give us restaurants in the terminal? So that's radio systems, proactive management, transport motors. Nah, no. Ramp supervisors, public road standards, public buses, passport, immigration stuff, ride sharing, online check-ins, travelators, baggage storage facilities, level 2 construction, reduce the carbon footprint, and water pool. So nothing there screams at us. That's what we need to unlock to get restaurant-related stuff. Now, in policies, any of this stuff right now, could any of this stuff here help us out? Private jets. Allow private jets to use aprons. Useful if the demand for cargo services and aprons otherwise are empty. Ooh, now do we earn revenue from private jets? Are you a private jet?
Aircraft on approach.
Yeah, so we can earn revenue from private jets if the airport is quiet. So we earn 56 so far for that private jet. I earned 56 big ones. Do I earn anything else from them? That's interesting, isn't it? Now, that policy didn't cost me anything. So I earned 56. Do we earn anything else? It would be annoying if they go to an actual big stand. I'm waiting for that now to depart. Still only earned 50. Okay, so $106 we earned off that private jet that otherwise wouldn't have come to the airport. Okay, that's interesting. Is there anything else like that that could help us out? Reduce carbon footprint? Nah. Check-in flight subscriptions. Doubles income from flight check-in, but becomes a required service at aprons and gates. Requires flight check-in upgrade. Okay, I don't have that yet. But that's interesting. Requires ramp service agent to increase the cargo. Wow. Right, okay. Some of this stuff here is actually pretty good. Depot sharing, transit passengers. And then we've got the dynamic runway. So that's if you have 2 runways, I'm assuming. Right, okay. Okay, I was sidetracked then for a little while. What's the loans? Oh my goodness me. These 2 loans are about to be repaid on the next day. They're about to be repaid, boys. Now, do I then choose to take out the 10 grand loan again, which would then give me a 4 grand surplus? Or do I wait a day or two? Or do I take out both of these loans and then I'll have more money then to do some more upgrades? Oh, this is where the decisions now need to be made. This is where the decisions now need to be made. So, what would I go for if I was to then move on to the next one? Maybe add some more stands. That would be pretty handy. Sort out these, but they're not really tripping over one another just yet. Let's see. Upgrades. There's definitely something that we're going to be able to do to earn more revenue. I can get larger aircraft, which will be good. Right. Skip to next day. Now, what did it require for me to double? Let me go policies. Was it this one here? Flight subscriptions. Requires flight check service in the upgrade menu. So a flight check service, where are you? It's 2 grand. Which allows purchase of flight check vehicles at hangars, which will serve connected aprons. This service is optional. Will increase revenue when a flight check vehicle is available. Oh, see, that could be one to add in. Right, let me see how much revenue we would get if I took out those 2 loans. So I'll get about round about 9 grand in surplus revenue. Or extra cash to spend. Would that be worth it? Is the question. It does mean I can buy more catering vehicles, which is good. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put myself into a little bit more debt again. I know these last for 5 days and 10 days. I get that. That one's also not far off from being done. So let me accept, pause. Right. Let's do this. So upgrades, we need the flight service check-in, which that would have unlocked the, again, what is it called? It would have unlocked. Fuel tank, cargo apron. Did it unlock anything? Is it a terminal building upgrade? Remote gate. Gate. Baggage claim. Check-in counters. Wait, did it not unlock anything? Or have I missing something? Allows purchase of flight check-in vehicles at hangars. I don't have hangars, do I? Do I have hangars? No? Let me turn the policy on anyway. I'm a bit confused on this one. I am a little bit confused. Right. Check-in flight subscriptions active. Requires flight check-in vehicle at hangar. Ah! We do have hangars. Wait, is it called a hangar? It is actually called a hangar. I'm an idiot. Right. Flight check-in vehicle. Buy 3 of those. So we've now got flight check-in vehicles. Now, is there a radius on this? Right, go the full distance. There we go. So that isn't a way in which I can now earn extra revenue from the aircraft. Now, because we got the surplus cash at the minute, we might as well spend it. Now, other upgrades I can implement, I could get the next size of aircraft coming in for $3,000, which will be size 3. I'm doing it. Don't care, boys. Don't care right now. And what if I was to add a second runway? Now, this is definitely risking it for the biscuit right now. This is definitely risking it for the biscuit. So if I was to add a second runway, we'll land there, and then we'll take off that way. Now, how much for another runway? It's $1,800, which will leave me with $900. And then to do the... I think we'll be okay. I don't need to do anything else in the policy, was it? Was it a policy? We'll always choose the closest runway when bags activated. I think we'll be okay. So if I was to implement this, for example, here. Right. Because I'll explain why this is a good idea. Okay, I'll explain in just a second why this is a good idea. I need to do... What's the thing I need to do to connect it? What is it I gotta pick? Runway taxiway? There was something I add to it, and I can't remember what it was. Because obviously I want to... Oh, no, that's... Oh, right, Zodiac! It's taxiway, you idiot. Fool. I'm trying to put road to it. No wonder it's not working. Right. This is... Right, let them play... Actually, look. This is for takeoff only, and this is for landing only. Wait for that second plane to get on it. Landing only. So I don't know if they'll automatically update straight away. So the reason why this is a good idea is because I can have up to 15 planes coming at once. Now, planes landing, I can have 15 land in a row. But if there's a plane waiting to take off, it stops a plane from landing. So if you then have a separate takeoff landing area, it allows me then to have 15 planes land in a row. Granted, I don't have the space, right? Let's just throw that out there right now. Also, the other problem would be, because we're going to have even more planes, it might now actually cause me to have the stand issue with the direction that they come on the taxiway. So, in reality, we should have a lot more planes now landing, okay? In terms of my loan, I got 1,000 big ones on that one loan right there. Left to repay, so that'll save me 1,400 big ones a day. And let's just see what happens then, boys. So, let's just see what happens. I done $4,000 in fuel sales. What? That's wild. That is wild. Right, planes are now taking off. And it's good that we got the landing one, the closest one, because I can then get them sorted and turned around as quick as possible. Right. Next day. Let's see this now happen. So there's our first. Second. Here comes the third. And now just keep coming. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stands. And the 12th one is the maintenance area. So in reality, I can have 12 planes at once. We're 100% going to have an issue somewhere. Without a doubt. We are going to have an issue somewhere. A certain plane at a certain point is going to get crisscrossed. It really is. Right, we seem to be ticking along quite nice now. We are on a bit of debt again, which I don't mind at the moment. But once we get out of debt, we'll reorganize all of our stands. That's what we'll do. Oh, I got size 3 planes now, don't I? Are you the size 3 plane?
Ladies and gentlemen,
No, you're the
captain
size
has
2.
turned off the
Aircraft heading to stand.
There's a size 3 one, but it's a cargo plane. Oh my goodness me. That's huge. That is huge. It's going to maintenance, by the way. I'd like to see a passenger variant of that come in. Because you know we'll make some serious dollar bills at that point. You know we will. Right, we're also running out of fuel at this point, so I might now have to change these up to 50. 50. What I don't like is I'm going from the price of 10 to 14. I don't like that. I might wait for the prices to be a bit low again. But then again, we literally have no fuel. We have no fuel. I gotta wait for them prices to come back down again. I can just hover over here and see what the current price is. I don't know whether it all sticks to it being 10 big ones. I don't know how that fully works. But we've made 4,000 big ones on income for passenger aircraft. 5 grand on fuel sales. We actually might be turning a profit even though we've got loans. Ah, that loan's paid off, so that's why it is feeling as good as it is right now. Right, I'm waiting for fuel prices to come down. But I think we're on the brink right now, on the cusp of actually physically having a profitable airport. And then it's just a case of getting it to a point where I can then eventually sell it. And the money I get for reselling it, I can then start to build a proper, real airport. 18,000 big ones is what I can get for selling the airport. Damn. We're on the way, boys. We're on the way. $12? Why is that price not changing? 17? What warrants the price of this? I'm not sure, but I'm going to do it anyway because we are desperate for fuel. We are really desperate for fuel at this point. So I think then we're actually going to be turning a profit right now without worrying about anything. So my goal would now be is to actually build and extend the terminal buildings. That's going to be my next goal that I need to complete. There's a plane there that requires refueling. And there's nothing I can kind of do about it at the moment. Because I need fuel to come in. Right, sorry about this, boys. Oh, there we go. Except that. Cheaper prices slightly. Slightly cheaper prices. Oh. Even cheaper. See, now you get refund. Well, you don't get charged for if you fill up. Like if you order too much, you don't get charged in this method, which is great. And that's going to arrive at 8 a.m. So I've got 2 in-game hours yet. 2 in-game hours for it to actually kick in, and then that plane will get out of here. So upgrades then. Let's see. Passenger aircraft users less fuel when parked at gates. Switching emissions only. See, would you want to reduce the passenger using fuel? Because you could charge more. Allow more aircraft. I think we're okay at the moment. Landing speed. Increase the acceleration. Reduce the building operating cost by 25%. That's a good one. Because we do spend quite a bit in operating costs. It's nearly $3,000 on this current day. Oh my goodness me. Right, fuel's now come in. And will all the aircrafts now start going? I think I still need to skip to the next day, technically, anyway. It's like midday, but it's technically not the next day, if that makes sense. Can I even skip the next day? I don't think I can. I think this is one of those other little bugged things in the game. Right, let me save. Let me reload it. Fast forward. There we go. It's weird. If you don't complete the day, it kind of bugs out like that, and you got to wait for the next day to skip by. Bit weird. But we get there in the end, boys. We get there in the end. Right. So, the plane's coming back in. Which is good to see. They're slowly making their arrivals. And, oh, I didn't buy the extra catering vehicles, did I? See, I missed a trick there, didn't I, boys? Missed a trick there. It'll be nice to get some of those size 3 planes coming in. Look at everybody getting off the plane there. Are you a size 3? You're a size 2. Bing, 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 bing. Alright, we've got 12 planes currently in the airport. Slowly making their way around. We'll slowly earn the revenue. And what's left of them smaller loans? So that one's quite a big one at the minute. I could take 20 grand and do a bunch more upgrades. But we'll try and invest a little bit more first. Yeah. Right. So the policy for the thing that kind of now makes us more money actually worked out really well. So where's my policy menu again? Where is it? Doubles the income but requires... Wait, what? I'm sure I made that active. Did I not make that active? Okay. Okay. I don't increase the demand for cargo just yet. Hangars double income, but take longer. Do you know what? I'll go for that. I don't mind that. I don't mind that, to be honest with you. I don't... Provide power supplies to increase the revenue for the cargo, but occupies transporters. Okay. We might need a bigger cargo building. I'm going to have to rejiggle this at some point in the future. But I don't know whether to just kind of max out what I've currently got before I decide to build a new airport. You know, that makes sense? I don't know what the way to go forward would be. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. We've got the issue there now. So we're going to have to solve that next episode. I can take another loan, which is great. If I was to sell the airport now, I'll get 20,000 big ones. But the question would be, what should the value of the airport be before I sell it and build a new one? Let me know in the comment section down below. How high do I take it? How high do I take it, boys, before I sell it? I can make a subsidiary, which means all the income will get paid to me at the end of each day. That could be a good way in which you can earn extra revenue. But then I'm assuming we'll start with 0 big ones. Right, so I think we'll end it here anyway. It's actually worked out pretty well. And the fact that we've now got a second runway so we can have more planes coming in the day in general. We've activated policies which allow us to now generate more revenue. We have less loans. That's huge. And also that employee actually really helped us. So there's other employees that we can get, which is our Chief Marketing Officer, which increases retail and services. The Chief Strategy Officer increases fuel, the markup on fuel, so we earn more money there, and we get an extra few pennies per aircraft. And then this one reduces carbon. I think this is the one we're gonna have to take a look at. Right, we'll do that next episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please smash the like button down below. Until next time I see you all soon, so goodbye.